1800 hours, Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Farzana Khan. First, the headlines. National Assembly was informed today that Pakistan will never accept Israel, which is occupying the land of Palestinians. Prime Minister, in a felicitation message to the D8 countries, has reaffirmed Pakistan's full support and cooperation in advancing shared goals. 111 deaths due to coronavirus were reported in the country and 4,443 infections detected during the last 24 hours. A comprehensive briefing was given to military leadership on regional security issues at ISI headquarters in Islamabad today. Foreign Minister has asked international community to take notice of Hindutva policies of the Indian government, which are a threat to regional peace. In occupied Kashmir, Indian troops in their fresh acts of state terrorism have martyred 3 Kashmiri youth in Shopian district. An Indian army colonel and 2 troops have been killed in a violent face-off with the Chinese soldiers at Galwan Valley in Ladakh region. And now the news in detail. National Assembly resumed its session at the Parliament House in Islamabad today with Deputy Speaker Qasim Khan Suri in the chair. On the points of PMLN leader Khwaja Asif, the chair said Pakistan will never accept Israel, which is occupying the land of Palestinians. He said our hearts beat with the oppressed Palestinian people. Minister for Communications Murad Saeed said the Kashmir dispute stands internationalized as a result of the efforts of Prime Minister Imran Khan. He said the way Imran Khan has pleaded the case of Kashmiris at the international level is unprecedented. He pointed out that it was after a passage of 50 years that the UN Security Council held discussion on the Kashmir dispute twice a year. Meeting of the Federal Cabinet was held in Islamabad today with Prime Minister Imran Khan in the chair. It discussed various agenda items including coronavirus situation in the country and also deliberated upon the construction of high-rise buildings in Islamabad, Karachi, Lahore, Peshawar and Multan. Prime Minister Imran Khan has extended warmest felicitations to the people of D8 countries and stressed the need for accelerating the pace of progress and forging a stronger partnership to realize full potential of the forum. In a message on the 23rd anniversary of D8 countries, he reiterated Pakistan's commitment to the vision and objectives of D8 platform and reaffirmed full support and cooperation in advancing shared goals. In the context of COVID-19, the Prime Minister emphasized the need to work together and confront challenges in a holistic manner to save the lives and regenerate economies. 4,442 new coronavirus cases have surfaced in the country during the last 24 hours, taking the total tally to 1,48,921. These include 55,878 in Punjab, 55,581 in Sindh, 18,472 in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, 8,327 in Balochistan, 8,857 in Islamabad, 1,143 in Gilgit-Baltistan, and 663 in Azad Kashmir. The death toll from the virus stands at 2,839, with 111 more deaths reported over the last 24 hours. 56,390 patients have so far recovered from the disease. The number of coronavirus infection cases across the world has surpassed over 8 million, while the pandemic has so far claimed more than 439,000 lives. The United States tops with over 2.1 million cases and more than 118,000 deaths. Brazil with over 895,000 deaths and more than 44,000 deaths in the second hardly hit by the virus. Chairman Joint Chiefs of Staff Committee General Nadeem Raza, Army Chief General Qamar Javed Bajwa, Naval Chief Admiral Zafar Mahmood Abbasi, and Air Chief Marshal Mujahid Anwar Khan visited ISI headquarters in Islamabad today. A comprehensive briefing was given to the military leadership on regional security issues with special focus on situation of line of control and occupied Kashmir. Chief of Army Staff appreciated the tireless efforts of ISI for national security and expressed satisfaction over professional preparedness. Sindh budget for the next fiscal year 2020-21 will be presented in the Sindh Assembly in Karachi tomorrow. The Chief Minister, Saeed Murad Ali Shah, who also holds the portfolio of Provincial Finance Minister, will present the budget proposals. The budget session of the Provincial Assembly will be virtually done, and it is expected that 75% of the members will attend the session through video link. This is Radio Pakistan giving you the news. Foreign Minister Shah Mehmood Qureshi has said Hindutva policies of Indian government are a threat to regional peace and stability, and the international community should take notice of this tendency. Chairing a high-level meeting in Islamabad today, he said irresponsible statements from the Indian officials show New Delhi's bewilderment. He said the Indian government is using negative tactics to divert the world attention from its internal situation. The foreign minister said Pakistan wants peace and stability in the region, while on the other hand, India is continuously committing ceasefire violations on the line of control and targeting civilian population in sheer violation of international laws and fundamental human rights. Foreign Office spokesperson Aisha Faruqi says some form of harassment and threats is a daily occurrence for our diplomats and staff members in Delhi. In a statement, she said this is an ongoing situation to intimidate and to restrict them from carrying out their official responsibilities. The UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres has expressed deep concern over the continued use of torture and pellet guns by the Indian security forces in occupied Jammu and Kashmir and called on New Delhi to immediately end such practices. The call was made by Guterres in the annual report on children and armed conflict. The World Body Chief said that he is concerned by the detention of children, including their arrest during night raids, torture in detention, and detention without charge or due process. He said most of the casualties that occurred in Jammu and Kashmir are mainly caused by torture in detention, shootings, including from pellet guns. The report particularly cites 68 instances where children between the ages of 9 and 17 have been detained by the Indian security forces in Jammu and Kashmir. In occupied Kashmir, Indian troops in their fresh act of state terrorism have martyred 3 Kashmiri youth in Shopian district. The youth were killed by the troops during a cordon and search operation in a Turkmangam area of the district. Meanwhile, the All Parties Hurriyat Conference has said that after failing to suppress the Kashmiris' passion for freedom, India has resorted to cheap and immoral tactics of releasing fake letters in the name of Sayyid Ali Gilani to malign the movement. APHC spokesman, in a statement issued in Srinagar, said the APHC has learned from reliable sources that Indian secret agencies are about to release another forged and concocted letter attributed to Sayyid Ali Gilani. He said that besides defaming the freedom struggle, the aim of issuing such concocted letters is to develop confusion and uncertainty within the freedom parties associated with the APHC and bring them into disrepute. The APHC spokesman said that Pakistan should remember that the whole Kashmiri nation is with the APHC, and the Hurriyat would continue the struggle till it reaches its logical end by making the life of Sayyid Ali Gilani as their guide and role model. An Indian Army colonel and 2 troops were killed while many others injured in a violent face-off with Chinese soldiers at Galwan Valley in Ladakh region. The incident follows weeks of rising tension and the deployment of thousands of extra troops from both India and China. The Indian Army, in a statement, said during the de-escalation process in the Galwan Valley, a violent face-off took place yesterday night with casualties on both sides. Meanwhile, China, confirming the incident, said that Indian soldiers crossed the disputed border between the two countries. Foreign Ministry spokesman Zhao Lijian said Indian troops crossed the borderline twice, provoking and attacking Chinese personnel, resulting in serious physical confrontation between border forces on both the sides. And finally, the weather report. Mainly very hot and dry weather is likely to prevail in Punjab, Sindh, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Balochistan during the next 24 hours. And with that, we come to the end of the news. And now, And for more news and analyses, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.